his lifetime, he was one of the most beloved and well-known men across the globe. He was celebrated, he was revered, and most people had never even heard his voice. The character of the little tramp was known by his bowler's hat, his cane, and his tiny mustache that occupied his upper lip, and he was a revolution to comedy and film. His legacy is one that transcends into pop culture still to this day, never to be forgotten. Charlie Chaplin was one of the world's very first movie stars, and he remains one of the most recognizable faces of old Hollywood. Born a poor child with an affinity towards the stage, Chaplin worked his way through show business to the very top of the entertainment world. It was a combination of his beloved silent character, the little tramp, and his dedication towards his artistic vision that made Charlie Chaplin such a success, so that people were still willing to go see silent movies well after talkies had made their first successful debut in theaters, if it only meant that they could see their favorite actor light up the screen once more. It wasn't until The Great Dictator that Charlie Chaplin's voice was first on screen. It was in a hilarious, emotional, and inspiring tale of political satire that, though it ended his career as the little tramp, it still remains something of hope to look to when our modern climate turns disparaging. It was for his performance in this movie that he was nominated for Best Actor for the first and only time. Despite his profound and successful work in the movie-making industry, he was escaped by recognition for decades. During the Red Scare in America, Charlie Chaplin was called before the HUAC Committee, the committee that ended hundreds of entertainment jobs throughout the Red Scare in America, for questioning about communist associations. To this, Charlie Chaplin replied, "I am not a communist, I am a peacemonger." The utter hopefulness and faith in humanity in all of his work is proof of this enough. Still, this event and numerous personal affairs drove him from America until 1972, when he was finally recognized by the Academy for his incalculable effect on making motion pictures the art form of this century. This gesture displays how Charlie Chaplin's life work, his dedication to his art form, and his vision for what the movie industry could be, has inspired countless amounts of people to be a part of the legacy that he created. Being one of the first movie stars of the world is just a small part of Charlie Chaplin's lasting name. Being an artistic idol that created things so impassioned, optimistic, and beautiful that it still inspires the art form to this day is what Charlie Chaplin left behind.